Good day, folks. This is your real estate housing market review for the Shuswap Revelstoke area for January of 2026. The Shuswap Revelstoke area is doing slightly better than some of the other areas in the interior British Columbia. Even though all areas in January were basically down, but because we're looking at stats that are usually sales that are usually done the week or the month before, which is December, and that is traditionally the slowest month of the year. It's really not accurate to say that they're down in January. Most realtors are reporting that the market is actually seeing some recovery. But let's take a look at the stats. The absorption for January in the Shuswap Revelstoke area was 11.18%. So if you look over here, the inventory starting January 1, there was 161 houses on the market in the Shuswap Revelstoke area. 11.18% of them sold. How does that compare to previous month? So you look at some of the absorption throughout 2025, you actually hit 20.14% in May of 2025 in this area, which is just slightly into a seller's market. But then it started inching down. You got 16, 18, 16, 15, 18, all the way down to 11.18%. Let's take a look at sales. There was 18 sales in January of 2026, January of 2025, there was 25 sales. And in January of 2024, there was 25 sales. Let's take a look at a running average because that's much more accurate depiction of what's actually going on. If we take those 3 months, November, December, January, and we go over here, little tiny print, the average number of sales in those 3 months was 22. If we take the same 3 months, November, December, January of last year, the average was 23. So basically flat. Prices sort of indicate a little bit of a difference. So you take the average sale price of a house in the Shuswap Revelstoke area for November, December, January, it was 802,000, this figure right over here. Okay, if we go back into November, December, January of last year, same time period, 773. So prices are actually up a little bit. I think that's mainly a result of Revelstoke. Revelstoke is kind of its own little marketplace, and it's experiencing some recovery. There's a lot going on in Revelstoke. It's got a beautiful ski hill. It had great snow last year when some of the other mountains didn't, and also they got a golf course coming in. So you're seeing some reaction from that prices are starting to inch up in the Revelstoke area. So that is your real estate housing market review for the Shuswap Revelstoke area for January of 2026.